Hey, it's Crafty here, and that wasn't a classic bass line. Why? Because I don't know what that was. Do you want to learn some classic bass lines? You must be able to play all of these, so let's check them out. Okay, so quick shout out to all of my students that I teach bass for, because it's the summer holidays where we are in Australia, and I just thought, well, I got to give my bass students some cool riffs to learn. And I figured that something that's considered classic is something that's well known, but also really just kind of cool to play. It feels good with the fingers, or it's a really good technique to learn, a good habit to learn. So let's get into them. First one is Under Pressure / Ice Ice Baby. It's very similar. Now, if you want to know the difference between the two, that one was Ice Ice Baby, this is Under Pressure. So it's basically just the second bar that you repeat only. Second, it should be seventh. But here we go. Second on the list is Seven Nation Army. Notice the fingers that I'm using here. Got to get all of your fingers in use. None of this. When I do that, I feel that there's extra strain here that's not needed. Especially if you're going to be playing bass for like hours straight. You don't want any extra strain. All right, coming up next, third on the list is very similar to the Under Pressure Ice Ice Baby double use of the riff. It's Super Freak. Also, You Can't Touch This. Hammer time. All right, coming up next is the bass line for Stand By Me. Next, Black Knight by Deep Purple. Now, I use my first finger there just because I like to, but you could use your second finger if you like. Next is Iron Man by Black Sabbath. Alright, the next one, we've got some Bon Jovi. Now, I'm getting my Crafty pick out so that I can play it exactly the same way that the bass player from Bon Jovi played it. Okay, next. Alright, and why just limit yourself to one Michael Jackson tune when you can have two? Dig. Feel good. Okay, this next one is a classic Queen bass line, and you'll notice very similar to Thriller by Michael Jackson that it actually starts at the end. You'll see what I mean. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the next one is Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. Now I tapped it out in a different key. This is the way it looks on your screen. But how the actual band played it was all the way up at the 10th and 12th fret. Either way is good. Alright, this song always reminds me of Towley from South Park saying, "Funky Town." And you'll notice that the start is actually very similar, exactly the same actually, in fact, as Sunshine of Your Love. Okay, so the next song, Chameleon, very similar to Thriller as well in that the bass line starts at the end. You'll see. Finally, we have a Beatles song. This is Come Together. Cool, so if you look really closely, you would have seen that most of the time I was actually just using my third finger to slide from the 8th to the 10th fret. But at the last one, what I did is I did a hammer on, like that. So you can do either, it's fun. So this song's by one of my favourite bands of all time. This is a band called The Doors, and this song is called Break On Through. Okay, so we got some more Michael Jackson. This was in his earlier days when he was in a band with his brothers. This is Blame It on the Boogie. Oh, I fudged it right on the end. I need to practice. Okay, this next song is called We Care A Lot. It's by Faith No More, and it's what I always teach students when they ask me about learning slap bass. It's the most simplest slap song that I know. It's basically almost the whole thing is just your thumb thumping the E string like that. So you do that for a while. And then there's the last bar, which has a thump, but it also has a pluck with your first finger. And then that actually continues on to have a hammer on straight after it. And then you just do that over and over again. What? 3 times. And then some thumps at the end. So give that a go. Okay, so you couldn't do a classic bass riffs video without the great man Flea. Here we go. Give it away. And then the chorus is pretty easy. Okay, we've got 3 different riffs now that are different time signatures. This one is in 5. I'll explain in a minute. This is how it sounds. Alright, so here's where the 5 comes in. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weird, hey? But it's all good. Practice, you'll get it. Next is in 7. This is Money by Pink Floyd. And it goes... Okay, so here's how the 7-bit works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool, huh? Not every song is in 4/4, as you may have just realized. And there's one more weird time signature. This is called 12/8. And so because the number below is 8, that means the counts are faster. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Been days and confused for so long, it's not true. Okay, so we've got 3 more. This is Self-Esteem by Offspring. I'm using my pick again, not only just because it's fast, because I'm pretty sure the bass player from the band played the pick, but actually I'm not really sure. I'm going to use the pick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for the last 2 songs, what we're going to do is tune the E string down to D. All right, so there's a few methods of tuning down to drop D. One is the one that I just did, which is I played the higher sounding D string and then made this one sound the same. It sounds pretty close, but here's a way of being able to get it to be even more precise. Now, if you don't know how to do harmonics, basically all you do is you lightly touch the string directly on the fret, not just before it like you would be fretting an actual note to play. And then you just let the note continue on. And so on the A string on the 12th fret is the first one that I hit, because that's the correct note that we need to be tuning to. And then the 7th fret on the low E string, you want them to sound the same. I reckon that sounds just about right. Okay, so Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 by Pink Floyd goes like this. Hey, so we're nearly there. How are you going with all of the riffs? With this very last song, it could be in drop D, like the last song, but it doesn't have to be. I've tabbed it out to be on the open D. You know the song? Yeah, that's right. It's Uptown Funk, and so you can actually do it on the low D as well, if you happen to be in drop D. So there you have it. What songs did I miss out and are you upset about? Let me know in the comments below. And just before I go, I've got something for you. I've just whipped it up. It's a free ebook and it's called Actually, How Good Are You? If you can play all of these riffs, well then you would be at a pretty good standard. You would be above beginner. I don't know about yourself, but if you're anything like me, every so often I think to myself, am I doing good on the instrument? Am I needing to improve in what particular areas? This ebook is going to take you through what your journey is, your musical journey. You're going to sort of self-analyze. Look, we have to do that sometimes. We have to give ourselves the honest critique. It could be a bit of a brutal awakening, but it's something that we all have to do sooner or later. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the steps to be able to figure out exactly where you are and where you need to go, and the action steps that you need to take in order to be able to get to where you want to go on your instrument. So download it, and I'll see you in another video pretty soon. Bye for now.